Okay, what I've done is I've mixed about, well, I started out with 4 cups of flour, and then I mistakenly added 3 cups of water, so I've had to add flour to get it to a certain consistency. I would probably recommend 1 cup of water to 2 cups of flour, and maybe start a little less water and work it up, because you have to get it to a certain consistency. And what you're looking for is the flour to be stiff enough that when you stick your fingers to it, it doesn't stick on your hands or your fingers like that. All right, that means it doesn't have enough flour in it. So if you put in too much water, you have to keep adding flour until it doesn't stick to your hands. So hardtack's basically flour and water. Now I used a bread flour because it's closer in consistency to confectionery powder, which G.H. Bent uses. And I probably used about a 50-50 mixture of that. So this is an experiment, and I'll let you know how the hardtack turns out. Right now though, we're adding flour until it doesn't stick to the hands. And we might have to add quite a few.
It's getting pretty good.
It's getting close. All right. Then after we get this to the right consistency, then the thing to do is to put it on the cookie sheet and roll it out to, I don't know, probably what?
I think it's 1/4 of an inch.
1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch. And then you set the temperature to 375, and it says to bake it for about 30 minutes, and then pull it out, and then that's when you cut it and poke the holes in. And then you flip it over and continue the cooking. Now I don't like to cook it that long. I like it to come out a little bendable. I don't like to dry it out completely. And I don't, it won't last long enough for mold to develop and all that. Plus the fact, if it's exposed to the air, it will dry out hard. In probably 2 to 3 days it'll be rock hard, and you'll have to use your rifle butt to break it up. But at least for the first 2 days it'll be pliable and chewable, and you'll lower the risk of damaging your teeth. The other thing is I read, as far as storage goes, do not put these in a plastic bag and store them in refrigerators. It's nice to have a nice little dry container of some sort, and to store them in that rather than the refrigerator. And if you can find some weevils, you can put the weevils in too. Of course, I'm just joking about that, but that's what the real guys had to deal with, because it sat in the warehouses so long. The insects got into it. So is that about the right consistency?
I think so.
All right.
That's pretty good.
So the next step then is to roll it out with a rolling pin to the proper thickness, and then set the oven to 375.
400.
Or 400. I've seen anywhere from 350 to 400. Everybody's got a different temperature, even 425. So everybody's got a different temperature, and I guess the main thing is it cooked enough at the end? Is it dry enough? Like I said, I don't like my hardtack to be totally hard. I like to be able to chew it without having to break it with a rifle butt or something. Because I usually take this out into the field during a battle scenario, and when we have a break, I'll use this as a snack. Alright, we'll stop there, and the rest is, I think I explained in the video. Alright, so so recapping this is just to make sure that the flour has a consistency enough that it doesn't stick to your hands when you start kneading it.